scammers, scoundrels, and scallywags.
She talk. Hey, she talk. Could you make sure you get that?
This is white boy tactics, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've watched Kwame on my panel before, a couple weeks ago, he told me, he said, I never said I don't do white boy tactics. So this is a thing, right? And I would have to call this a tactic. I might even go as far as to say a white boy tactic. When you try to get someone who doesn't have a problem with someone else to speak negatively about them because you don't like them.
I mean, people do that all the time. Just because I made you aware of white boy tactics, I never said I didn't do them. So let's be clear here.
And his response to me was, I never said I don't do white boy tactics. So I was like, what a hypocrite.
Hey, somebody in the chat said he's such a hypocrite. If there's any man on this panel that says they've never been hypocritical, raise your hand, please. Just press 1 or something, because I've been hypocritical several times. We all are hypocrites.
I'll have this to say. Even though I can acknowledge that we all can be hypocrites at times, that's not an excuse to not work on it. That's not an excuse to be hypocritical on purpose. It's not an excuse to not try to be better. It's not an excuse. If I'm a hypocrite about the very same thing I'm telling you about, that's worse, sir. That actually goes past hypocrisy. It goes towards character. It goes towards integrity. It goes towards those things. He's been calling out white boy tactics, demonizing it. All the while he does it himself.
You ever heard of the saying that it takes one to know one?
Well, that's
so I said those are white boy tactics. Mm-hmm. You won't find a video of me ever saying that I never used the white boy tactic.
So there's no need for us to go around and argue every time that we don't agree. Say it all with me, class. Agree to disagree. I know we've been running around a lot and using those white boy tactics, and that's why people don't know how to be friendly or be friends, because they keep falling out with everybody because somebody don't say what they want them to say. That's some messy girl type of stuff. You know, I don't get into all that.
You're very aware of how you're manipulating them, because you'd be like, hey, I never said I don't do it.
Master manipulator, that's what they do. They manipulate and they make excuses of why they manipulate. No. You came here talking about white boy tactics that you use on everybody else. That's significant. And then we want to try to skip past it and generalize, well, everybody's a hypocrite. No, people are hypocritical at times, but like Sid said, no, that's a judge of your character, and you're a master manipulator. And I'm glad you admit that. You do manipulate. You manipulate all the time.
Boy, he love them white boy tactics, boy. Pastor, we all are hypocrites. There's not a perfect being on this panel, so we got to stop doing that.
We cannot generalize that in order for you to get away with certain things, sir. Them tactics to stop people from putting out the truth and to silence you and to deter you and distract you. Those are white boy tactics. And I thought that Kwame was against it.
Hey, that's another trick that happened when I first got on YouTube. They dirtied up my name. I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm saying. They dirty up your name and say all this shit. So when you start speaking, everything is invalid. Think about those tactics, those white boys tactics. Think about it. Dirty up your name before you get here. Say all this shit. So when you start to speak and everyone's already against you.
I said, bruh, you dangerous. For a person in your position that's manipulating people and people that idolize you, you are the go along, get along gang that you speak about.
So that's all you got to do. He knows those white boy tactics. You just show Negroes some money and they believe everything you say. They don't respect the person, they respect money.
You are dangerous. It's almost like a nigga been warning you about him the whole time and you ain't know it was him he was warning you about.
But what he does is he take advantage of people's lack of knowledge. And for years in the past and for the longest, those are the white boy tactics that I was talking about.
White boy tactic. White boy tactic. White boy tactic. White boy tactic.